Coach of the Year. But about 2/3 of the way through the season, they had gone to Michigan, and they'd lost pretty big time on the road. And they came back, and the team was down. They were dejected. Did Coach Miles take them through a grueling workout? No, he didn't. He sat down with each player one-on-one and asked them a simple question. What do you want to have happen with this team? To a man, they said, Coach, we want to win. And not only do we want to win, we'll do whatever it takes. If you want us to play zone defense the whole game, we'll do it. If you want to take a player off the bench, hasn't played all season, if you think that player will help us win, please do it. And at that moment, those players sold out to their individual, they broke through their individual comfort zones, and they sold out for the team. And made all the difference in the world on those last games. Toastmasters guests, sometimes we need to sell out to our dreams. Our dreams need to be big enough so that we get those obstacles, things aren't going right. We need to be focused and sell out to those dreams. And then we can do more of those things that we were meant to do. After we've said, say what? So what? Sold out to our dreams. Let me tell you about Pat Hockemeyer. Gene, you remember Pat Hockemeyer?
I believe she was at Fairview before my time.
Right. Pat Hockemeyer walked into Fairview Toastmasters back in the early 90s when I was a member of that club. And she said, I am here because my boss suggested I come. I've been passed over for promotion 3 times. Because I've been too afraid to speak in public. And I want to join your club. She did. She joined the club, and a few weeks later she gave her icebreaker, and she was at the lectern, and she was holding on for dear life as she got through that icebreaker. But she did. And not only that, she came back a couple weeks later and did her second speech. And by her third speech, she was a dynamo. Within 6 months, she had gotten that promotion with her employer and actually had to leave the club because she was giving speeches all over the state of Nebraska on behalf of her employer. She had a gentle nudge from a trusted mentor, her boss. And sometimes that's what each of us need to do is be, number one, be aware that we have a mentor. Number 2, if they give us a suggestion, something to push us beyond our comfort zone, we need to be listening to that and take that step. Now, all of us here in Toastmasters, if you get in a situation where you're a little fearful and trembling, and what might that be? Would that be giving a speech? Would that be taking an officer's position? Would that be competing in a speech contest? Would that be, Mike, joining the club? Did I say that? Anyway, sometimes you get in those situations where you're fearful and trembling, and you say, so what? And then, one thing neat about this club, it's been around 45 years. And sell out for your dreams. Have a big dream for the club. You've got tons of people. How many employees are there on this campus, Randy?
700.
700 employees, 700 possible members. How many you need to be at charter strength, Linda?
20.
20, okay. Now you engineers out there, 20 is what percentage of 700? Anyway, sometimes you have to have a great big dream and sell out to that dream. And then number 3, a little nudge from a trusted mentor. And that might be division governor suggesting, maybe you want to be an area governor. Or maybe someone in the club says, you can be a club officer. Why don't you be treasurer this year? Someone asked me, that actually kept me in Toastmasters. My friend Jim Davis, back when I was at Eye Openers Toastmasters in Tucson, Arizona, he said, Gene, would you like to be club secretary? And that actually kept me in Toastmasters because being club secretary, I had to be there every meeting to take the minutes. And man, he got my attendance way up, and that little gentle nudge when he pushed me kept me in Toastmasters and allowed me the opportunity to stay in Toastmasters and get the growth opportunities that were a part of it. It doesn't matter if you're a younger Toastmaster, an older Toastmaster. I met one of your former members. I actually went to see him yesterday. His name is Walter Witt. Many of you know Walter. Okay? Walter's in failing health, and just anyway, I cherish the time I got to spend with him. But Walter, even at 92 years old, 2 years ago, we're both members of Capital City Christian Church. 2 years ago, at the age of 90, Walter got up and he was a part of our Christmas celebration, singing in the choir all 13 performances. And for our 50th celebration, Saturday, he recorded the introduction. We resurrected. Those of you who might know Capital City Christian, we used to have a living Christmas tree where people actually sat in the tree and they sang. Well, we resurrected it for our 50th anniversary, and Walter videotaped the introduction to that for us.